Galaga, Tekken, Metal Gear Solid is just a few of the games that is coming out for the Nintendo 3DS. Alright, so now moving on to talk a little bit about the Nintendo eShop. You're gonna, as soon as you make the download or the update to your 3DS, you're gonna be able to get 10 game trailers that's gonna unlock automatically, and there will be demos in 3D that will be coming this year for download and for retail games. He also said there would be trailers for that. So trailers and demos will be coming for download and retail games. So you'll be able to get trailers and demos before you go buy them, however way you got to buy them. There's classic portable games that's going to start with Game Boy and Game Boy Color. So they're going to start porting over some of the classic Game Boy and Game Boy Color games over to the 3DS in 3D. There would be a free 3D version of Excitebike for a limited time only. So if you have a 3DS, go and grab that. He made reference that Excitebike is 27 years old. Boy, do I feel old. But it is still a very popular retro game. And like he said, like Reggie said, you can't get any more retro than Excitebike. So for a limited time, you can get Excitebike 3D for free. Okay. And then they talked about Pokemon. Pokemon is getting ready to make its debut. 3D and real-world enhanced Pokedex. You need to collect from Spot Pass, friends, or scanning AR markers. Okay, so they're gonna have an all-new Pokedex just for the 3D version or for the 3DS. Again, you can get them from Spot Pass for friends or from AR markers. Each Pokemon has his own AR marker that's going to allow you to kind of like take that Pokemon out the game and use it for background and all that kind of stuff. And that's only going to be on the eShop, but that Pokedex is free. It's complimentary as another gift from Nintendo to you. Alright, then it got time to talk about exactly what everybody's been buzzing about, which is, or what's called, Project Cafe. We now know that it is called Wii U. And the reason why they said they named it Wii U is because it's about Wii, but mainly about you. It's all about how they can curtail your gaming experience personally to you. So they said Television from You is different from anything before, complex and simple. This is what Reggie was saying. It's going to change the way you game personally and with friends and family. And the reason it's going to do that is because if you didn't see it, it has a controller that's about this big. But in that controller, you have a 6.2-inch screen. And the cool thing with that is you can be able to switch from your TV to your controller. So just imagine that you're sitting there and you're in the middle of a game of Madden, and your mom comes out, or your wife or husband, somebody comes out and say, hey, you know what, look, it's 6 o'clock, it's time for me to watch some TV. Usually, right now you'd have to say, oh man, okay, you can get to a save point and turn my stuff off. Not with this new controller. Fine, flip the TV on, and now you're able to take your game right from the console and put it right into your controller. Now you can walk around and play the game because you can still play the game without interrupting yourself or anybody else. You're going to be able to draw on the controller. You're going to be able to play on the controller. So like if you have a game of checkers, you just lay the controller down and you and another person can play checkers that way. It's going to be a motion controller. So basically what they showed is, you know, you can move it back and forth from the TV and it would move. They showed they took like a web page and turned it upside down and was able to scroll through it. So they're going to use motion in that way. You're going to get new views. That means that they showed a golf game where the girl's ball was in the sand, and on her controller for the Wii U, it showed your ball and started lying in the sand. So she was looking down at the ball, and she just, you know, took a Wii remote and swung, and that was it. You're going to be able to throw things and share things on your TV. And it was kind of cool. What they showed was they showed a person that had like a parrot that was singing. He wanted to share it, so he just pointed it like this at the TV, and he swiped up, and then it automatically just threw that picture he was looking at or that video right onto the screen and can share with everybody. You can be able to use it for a gun. So like you're playing Call of Duty, you can be able to look right at that screen. It's going to have a little gun that shows that the screen fits on or the controller fits on. You can be able to look at that while you're walking through and shooting. You can be able to play across both. So you can be able to play across the screen on the controller and the screen on your TV at some games. It's going to be able to make video calls, browse the internet. Okay, and they said they have more detail that's going to come out, and they're looking at releasing this sometime in 2012. Now, I didn't get all the specs because of the fact that Nintendo was having some serious technical difficulties. And right when we started talking about the specs, my feed cut out. But I do know it's going to have a 6.2-inch screen, and it is going to be high definition graphics. Okay, again, no need for a TV because you can use it right on the controller. Okay, all your games can use two screens at the same time. So some games will use the screen on the controller and the screen on your TV simultaneously. They say it's a new structure for home entertainment. And the good news is there's going to be a brand new Smash Brothers game that will be made both for Wii and for the new Wii U. And it's supposed to work together somehow simultaneously. Alright, Super Mario Brothers Mii is a new game that's also going to come out where you use your Mii to be side by side with Mario Brothers. They talked about some new thing called Shield Pose, where basically if you just have the controller sitting there and you don't move it, it throws these arrows either side. So you supposedly, I guess, supposed to be where you can see all around you. They have a new multiplayer thing called Chase Me. Which the new multiplayer is going to look different. You're going to have a Wii Remote, or you can use one of their new controllers. And they said this gives way to new shooters. One of the games that they could announce, because he did make it very clear that these are just prototypes and these are not actual games yet, but one of the games that is in the making is going to be Lego City Stories, which would be a brand new installment into the Lego series. So they're working on that right now, and that will be a Wii U exclusive. You will not see it anywhere else on any other system. Just to give you a few more games that they're working on to come out: Darksiders 2, Dirt, Aliens Colonial Marines, Ghost Recon Online, Metro Last Night. For the first time in 16 years, Tekken will make its debut on the Wii. Ninja Gaiden 3, Assassin's Creed, Batman Arkham Asylum, just a few. And for the first time ever, EA Sports partners with Nintendo because of this brand new Wii U. So what's my final thoughts in closing? I think this is exactly what Nintendo need to do. I think that Nintendo has now positioned themselves again in 2012 to make a run at taking over and being the #1 console again. This is the first time that I have ever seen that every major developer that makes games wants to work with Nintendo. No matter if you love Nintendo or hate Nintendo, this is something that Nintendo has been lacking, and I've said it before, no matter how many people hate me, you gotta have the backing of the developers if you want your game system to succeed. You can preach Wii all you want to. I used to own a Wii, but if you look at the Wii, a lot of those games were ports, or if they wasn't ports, a lot of things was cut out. For instance, like Rock Band 2, Rock Band 3. There was a lot of features in those games that was cut out because the Wii just couldn't produce or couldn't handle it. And a lot of developers stopped writing for the Wii because of the fact that it just took too much time. When they can write for the PS3 and for the Xbox 360, they had to go back and take things out or move things around or rewrite it all together for the Wii. So I think the Wii U ushers them into the new era. They have every major video game developer again writing for this system, which means that they are not behind the 8 ball anymore. They're going to be able to have the exact same games that Microsoft and that Sony has on their systems. So let the battle begin. Alright guys, so that's it for the Nintendo press conference. I will be coming back. I still have Ubisoft I want to get out there, and I do want to talk about what the announcement with Dance Central and Rocksmith and so on and so forth, and then I will give you my end of E3 synopsis, who I think won the Big Three now conference, and where we think we're going to go from here on out with gaming and just in general. So you know how to reach me, Cena, CenasCorner.com, website CenasCorner.com. You can reach me on Facebook at Facebook.com/CenasCorner1101, Twitter, Cena5401. So that's it guys, so next time, peace, love, keep rocking out, and we're going to catch you guys the next time.